Hello folks, welcome to another daily Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Today after almost 5 days. Yes, after 5 days. I hope you missed the analysis. I'm back, that's a good thing. But unfortunately I didn't have the time to check if Binance collapsed or if something else happened. I mean, now, obviously, it didn't happen. Otherwise, we would now be at 60,000 or 70,000 because every time when something big happens, obviously something bad, it's a good news and we would pump. So, as I see, we maintain the current price level since mid of May now. Nothing is happening. Nothing really happened since then, so nothing is happening in the market. Everything looks very, very, very quiet. So we will go forward just directly to the analysis, and we will start today with the weights ratio. Tomorrow I will provide the initial comment. I guess I need to research first, check what's happening on Twitter and so on and so forth, and that's it. That's almost it. Then let me check if I will find enough stuff to fill my initial comment. If we check the weights ratio 30 days moving average, what should I say? I mean, it doesn't look really bearish at the moment. At least it's not indicating that someone is here just sending more and more bitcoins to nuke afterwards. That's something that's not happening. What we have seen is here in the weights ratio 1 day time frame in June 25th, June 29th, and then afterwards we had some, on the daily time frame at least, some red candles indicating a rising sell pressure, but that's it. That's almost it. So if we now take a look to the weights ratio 30 hours moving average, everything looks a little bit more bullish. Why? At least it's indicating they let the price. They are not really rising the sell pressure like we had here. You can see what they are doing. Here, 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 and here. It's indicating they let the price go up. That's the only thing what they are doing. I don't know why CryptoQuant. I guess that's the aggregated BTC USD spot pairs on all exchanges, so mainly not Binance, but yes, it is what it is. So if we take a look here, it doesn't show up anything big at the moment. We had here just a little dump in the weights ratio 1 hour time frame, indicating afterwards we should pop up, and that's what happened. And well, they just let the price go up. I was also noticing on Trading Light that they let the price go up and start to sell. So everything looks like they are distributing at 30k at the moment. So obviously that's usually nothing that's bullish, because to distribute at 30k usually also means they are not going to accumulate at 30k. We will go down, accumulate the dip. I don't know. I mean, still 22 would be possible. Even maybe a little bit higher. That's something we need to check today. Maybe option traders can give us a little indication about, certain levels. But in my opinion, we will go down. I mean, we will go down before maybe we will go up. So we need to check anyway the data frequently to see if we are seeing something, if we are noticing huge inflows in bitcoins. That could be something crucial. If we take a look to the 30 hours moving average, we went up, we didn't touch the 90%, and then we were down now below 85. Now it's lifting up a little bit, but it's also here nothing big, absolutely nothing big. If we take a look here, the stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges, also nothing, absolutely nothing. If we check here, that's the net flow related to Bitcoin Flow activity, I would say it's almost neutral, maybe a little bit more in favor of outflows than inflows, but that's it. So if we now check the live net flow premium, then we see that the last 7 days it flipped a little bit to red, but you know, if I check that here, it's not really indicating it's lifting up like we had just before, and even then it declined even more while the price was going up. If we take a look here, it looks almost neutral. So at the moment I'm not noticing nothing big. I mean, usually we would see something else, you know, much more bigger red candles like here to see a bigger correction to the downside. At the moment, that's not what I'm seeing. I think we need a little bit more patience because that matches very well to a distribution phase. So we really need a little bit more patience here. I don't know what happened to Inkblock today. Let us see. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up. The 1 hour, 4 hours, and even the 24 hours looks a little bit. I don't think that they just sent 3 millions to centralized exchanges, or 25 millions. I don't know what these guys are doing here. The greed reduced a little bit. It was almost at 63 or 64 or something. Now it's at 57. But anyway, the fear and greed index is still indicating 57. So still showing up that people still has the big hope of, you know, bullishness or a bullish market. And if we go forward, and you remember we had in the last 4 weeks almost 4 billions in outflows related to Binance. Now it's indicating 1.4 billions in the last 4 weeks. So it flipped, and also indicating that they are purchasing, or at least they are sending more money and to Binance. I guess so, because also the assets lifted up. Let me check if something changed here. No, Coinbase is still not activated, unfortunately. So also here, I mean, OKX 600 millions in minus, while now Binance is indicating 1.4 billion in plus. Very interesting. Bitfinex almost neutral. Crypto.com with 250 millions in minus, but Bybit with 250 in plus, and so on and so forth. I would say nothing to see here, really nothing where I would say, wow, that's crazy. That gives us a good indication that something is around us. No, it really matches very well to a distribution phase, where obviously people are sending money to absorb, because otherwise the price would dump. And yeah, we need to check further informations and data. So if we take a look here, we can also see that what happened, at least that's the status of yesterday, while the open interest lifted up the funding rate as well, while the leverage ratio declined and the price went up. So here indicating that people now with less leverage are longing, they're demanding more longs, the price pushed up afterwards. That's usually what happens when whales or others are just really pushing up the price and at the same time preparing to make a bigger gain with futures instead with spot, while they can even sell their spot. Yesterday they liquidated 800 bitcoins in short, that's not that bad, and 370 in longs, also indicating that the market it was at least well leveraged. And obviously it's also indicating that with such kind of push up trades or price developments. They can just liquidate a lot of gamblers, and that's also the cash cow. Now let us go forward to blockchain whispers. Oh, that looks very interesting. So we are talking about 50-50 almost. Shorts, Jesus, on Bitfinex reduced a lot. We had almost 43 millions, now only 25. Longs are the same. On Ethereum, on Binance looks much more bullish with 62 to 38. And well, here on Bitfinex, who cares? If we go forward, we can check now the Kingfisher. We can see what the Kingfisher, no thank you very much. I don't want to check that out. If we take a look here, 300 millions. Oh, it's obviously extremely on the long side because, you know, that's how it looks like, indicating if they really want to liquidate people. And you remember what I said with 22k. If we would go down to 22k, we would just liquidate a lot of longs, At the moment, it's also more, I mean, that could be also just because the whole market is more and more in the hands of in my opinion, my personal opinion, exchanges who are just making money liquidating high leverage futures. And if we take a look here now, let us check the high leverage because it looks crazy in my opinion. It looks like we should go down just to liquidate them. But that explains why we are doing this, you know, pushing up hard and then decline. Yeah. So at the moment we liquidated a lot of high leverage shorts, and now we are on the way to liquidate all these longs to at a price that's the minimum price of 30,230. So we are just $220-230 away from it. It would make sense to liquidate all of them. And then we need to see if we push up more, hitting 30,800, at least based on the high leverage positions on Binance. So if we take a look, bulls are demanding 50k. Well, I mean, of course, it's not Christmas, but it's almost 5 months away, so why not? We can start with that. Otherwise, it looks, if we reduce a little bit the range, we will see, we will receive a sharper view, indicating that bulls are demanding 31k, while bears are demanding at the moment 30,500. So 30,500, it's currently the bear's resistance, if you want to say that in that way, and we can go down almost to 29,750, for example, from here. It's even then it's not big at all. The gamma on the other side is at 200,000, and that gives us, well, enough space to go more down. But at the moment, doesn't look like we should rush to one side or to the other. So if we go forward, we can see that for this month, the max pain lifted up from 28 to 29. So also indicating the concentration of the open interest by strike is shifting more up than down. Also a very interesting information in that case. And now if we take a look, we can see based on the premium in USD, the most interesting is bull call spread, that's a bullish strategy, bear call spread, that's a bearish strategy, custom strategy, and long risk reversal. Long risk reversal is something like just a future long based on options. So also something very interesting because it's a risky strategy. So we will start with the bull call spread to see what levels they are expecting. Bull call spread. Well, give me the bull call spread. It's the second one. Oh, Jesus. So if we take a look here, that's the premium USD. Here's a big one where we can see that they are, for example, very bullish for end of the year, expecting between 35 to 45, hitting 45k. I hope it's not based on some headlines that wouldn't be a great idea, but 35, 45, 35, 45, 45, 35 is at least a very common strategy here, or at least based on their strikes. So also indicating they're expecting to lift up even more. We have here another one that's big, indicating between 31.5 to 33 until 21st, July 21st. So in almost 10 days, indicating we'll go up, hitting 33k. Would be also interesting if that's going to happen. But now, that was the bullish version. We are now going to look the bull call spread. That's the bearish version. We just have one single, and it's not big at all. Why are you showing me that? That's a bull call spread. That's a bull call spread. It's 1 day. It's indicating 470 lots. It's indicating here 40. Why? I see why. Okay. Well, if we take a look here, now we can see that is the biggest. It's indicating, for example, 31 to 40 until end of September. It's not really bearish. 31.40. So even the bears here making this kind of strategies, they're obviously expecting a price below 31, below 31, below 34, below 30, below 30, below 32. So it's the opposite of the others, where they are expecting to see a price hitting 45k. They are expecting to see a price hitting and even breaking the 31 to the downside, something I would expect as well. I would expect that as well. If I would trade now, I wouldn't go long here. I wouldn't. I'm expecting to go down first. Then we need to see. Custom strategy. Let us take a look to the custom strategy. Custom strategy is very special because it can have multi-leg strategy, and nobody of us would know exactly what's behind, what's the idea behind or the strategy. So if we take a look here, we see that we have two trades here. One, it's a multi-leg, with 4 different strikes. Well, and what the hell? Well, it's put and call. And then we have one with, that's a normal trade, with 2 different strikes, where we see they both call 35k, they sold call 32k for end of July for the monthly expiry, and for the September expiry they are expecting to see a price of 35k or even above. And well, if we check such, but to be honest, this one is big. The other one, it's a retailer stuff, it seems, so we can ignore that. So that's the most important one, where they are indicating until end of September they would expect a price above of 35k. And last but not least, the long risk reversal. And the long risk reversal, it's indicating us they are expecting to see a price of 33. Now I need to check something just in case of. So well, they just to make it clear, what they are expecting is until end of this month to see a price above of 33k. Their liquidation level would be 29k. If we check that, it's not huge at all, but also not small amounts, but not huge at all. It seems many of them are retailers, yeah, many of them are just retailers. 29.33, 29.33. I mean, I don't know if it's all of them just one trader, then obviously it wouldn't be that small. 29.33 once another, and that's it. Yeah, 29.33. Yeah, that's actually here 29.33, and not almost, we have here 28, for example, 33. So it's not really clear, but option traders have more bullish expectations, even bear call spreads, more indicating, yeah, well, we can go even and break the 31 to the downside. I mean, we are trading at 30k at the moment. In my opinion, we will go down before we can go up again. We need to check, but you know me. I mean, call me permabear if you want. If you feel better, do it. So now let us check. I mean, if we check the Tether CBD, it looks so bearish because, you know, it's almost just down, down, down on Binance, the aggregated. Just BUSD is looking a little bit different. If you check here, dead cat bounce. Well, it wasn't a dead cat bounce, a fake little rally, fake little rally. This one was even triggered with USD, while also those two here. And if we check here, for example, what happened to options, Bitcoin collateral futures, and look what they did with Bitcoin collateral. I mean, obviously they went extremely short and did a very nice gain. And with stablecoin collateral futures was the main driver here with USD and BUSD just to push up and go down afterwards. Now if we check TUSD, for example, you can see what is happening to TUSD, while at the same time, and that's also very interesting, and sorry, I need to, that was maybe a very hard contrast now. That looks better. The TUSD market cap is declining since end of June from 3.14 billion to right now, yeah, well 200 millions, 2.94 billions. So usually then they should start to use less TUSD. We will see if that's happening, but you can see that they are pushing up, not really indicating they want to let the price go down at the moment, while the aggregated is doing exactly the opposite of the TUSD pair. Now on Binance with BUSD, you can see that here, right? How nice these guys are. That's Bitfinex. I mean, wow, yeah, they also cooperated with this fake rally, pump and dump, and since then are just distributing. That's Bybit distributing. That's Coinbase distributed a lot, and now they are just lifting up a little bit, so indicating they're purchasing a little bit more than selling. On Bitstamp, you can see what they are doing. They are lifting up. The same with Kraken and the same with Gemini. Without to see the fucking chart, I know exactly that they are doing exactly the same thing. It's like split it. I don't know. If we now go, for example, and check you know, some moves related to stablecoins and entities, we can see that yesterday we had actually here almost 1 billion outflows in stablecoins. That's usually not bullish, but on the other side here we received 140 millions in USDT, usually also indicating we should push up. And also right now USDC is flowing in with 42 millions. So it looks like they want to push a little bit more up, while BUSD is taking out and cashing out, it seems, much more. And now let us check what the entities are doing. So we can see that the market maker is lifting up, but at the same time, like I said just before, it's declining here, it's lifting up here. So they are shifting, you know, that's the only thing. So it's not a huge thing. It looks like that the market maker is really bullish, but in my opinion, the only thing is that the big guys are reducing their balances and converting now to market maker entities. That's the only thing. So we start with, as usual, with retail. Retail is looking good, they are bullish. If we check these guys, also retail, well, bigger retail with 210 bitcoins in their wallets, they are bullish. These guys here are maintaining, so at the moment lifting up a little bit, so indicating also such kind of bullishness. These guys here are not doing anything, so lifting up, then afterwards reducing their balances. I have told you what the entity, market maker entity, is doing with this one here. It matches very well. And those here are mainly Binance and Bitfinex wallets. You can see here as well, nothing big is happening. That's it. We can check a little bit more data. What happened to the funds? If we check here, for example, they lifted up, but minimal, or really minimal. So since we are at 30k, they are not pushing up anymore. That's crazy. So they bought at 30 and 31, and now they are not buying more. Why not? I don't know. Anyway, maybe that explains a little bit. Another thing I will show you is that hedge funds here. If I show you the hedge funds, they were longing, they longed. We had hedge fund longs almost 941 millions, and now in the last report in July it reduced by almost 110 millions, while the shorts lifted also up. They went up more, from 988 to 1.6 billions. And in the last report, usually because of such kind, well, they love to make arbitrage, but in that case it doesn't make sense, because here the longs reduce while the shorts are pushing up. So they received here almost 30 millions more. That's not huge at all, while they reduced here by 110 millions. And that's maybe also indicating in the institutional sentiment a flip from long to more shorts, and preparing the next step. That could maybe explain why they pushed up here with their funds, so indicating they sold more shares, so they demanded more bitcoins and they bought, and now it's just maintaining that level. That's the trading volume ratio, spot versus derivatives, declining a little bit, indicating that futures are taking over once again, but nothing big. So if we take a look here, we see that Coinbase is at the moment just limiting the way up at 31k, while at the same time just limiting the way down at 29k with liquidity. So usually it means they don't want to let the price go up. It could be spoofing. They like at the moment at almost every single exchange you will find spoofing activity. So we need to be careful, but at the moment it looks like we have a trading range between 31 to 29. Obviously, if we break this area here, we can go up to 33. So that's something we need to see. You remember, option traders are more expecting at the moment to go, that's at least the next level until end of this month, to go up to 33. Bitstamp. If we check Bitstamp, on Bitstamp, we have here just a concentration of sell orders between 31.8 and 32.2. On the other side, it's here at 28.5 or here 29.5. They removed, for example, sell orders at 31.5. On Binance BTC USDT, you can see what they are doing. We are playing around here, and at the moment we have just closed below the POC at 30,269. We have here also concentration of liquidity waiting. Otherwise, also here it could be a little bear trap at 29.8 just to liquidate all these high leverage longs I have mentioned just when we were checking the Kingfisher charts. So here and then push up once again would be possible. If we check here around, they are just bringing some liquidity at 28.5 and so on and so forth, but nothing big. At the same time, they are just reducing the sell orders above. BTC TUSD, you can see also here what's happening. A lot of sell orders waiting here, even here. It's to be honest, at the moment, it's funny to say that such as really 3 billion stablecoin market cap, it's nothing. But at the moment on Binance, it's dominating, it seems. And a lot of spoofing happening. It's not only a trash stablecoin. It seems those who are using it, they know exactly what they are doing with it. Also here indicating we can go down to 29. At the moment it looks like they are pushing the price more down. That's what they want at the moment. So we need to see how far. And BTC BUSD usually not indicating such an activity. Reduced here, sell orders at 31.5, and they are here bringing a little bit more liquidity at 27, otherwise waiting here at 28.6, and that's almost it. Bitfinex. On Bitfinex, we have here at 29.5, also something waiting a little bit here, also 31.5, but the biggest buy order would be at 28.5. OKEX spot, nothing. Kraken spot, they removed a lot of sell orders between 31.9 and 32.7, but almost no buy orders to the downside. So why they are here 31.2 waiting, I don't know. It looks really strange. So they are not expecting anything, it seems. And BitMEX waiting here 29.6, and almost that's it. Now Bybit derivatives with US dollars, BTC USD, nothing to see here. Now with BTC USDT pair, also nothing to see here. Now BTC USDT Binance also indicating here between 30,200 and 30,000 is where they are waiting to go long, even a little bit more down. Why they removed, for example, some liquidity at 29 and below, and at the same time waiting at 31 and 31.5. Also look that here. It's really this market. It's pure bots. Yeah, 29.2, 29 and 28.6 is where BTC BUSD perp orders are waiting to go long. Bitfinex derivatives, nothing. Kraken futures, nothing. OKEX futures waiting here 28.8, and Deribit waiting here 29.5. Yeah, otherwise you see a lot of short orders above here, concentration of almost 33k, but at the moment everything looks like we should go down, hitting 29, 29.5, something like that. The question is when, because this market is just slow motion, a slow motion market. We have KuCoin as well. That's really interesting. BTC USDT, let me check BTC USDT on KuCoin. They're waiting here. How big are they? Wow, 200 bitcoins at 30k. Otherwise here at 29.6. That's very interesting. I will check them as well. KuCoin, I like that. And KuCoin also in perp. That's I don't know, is that one? XBT USDTM, what the fuck? That sounds really strange. Okay, whatever. So if we take a look to KuCoin now, we have them here. I need them to push a little bit higher. So KuCoin, that would be here, the perp, where they're waiting 32 to short and 30,000 to long. That's almost it. But if we check the spot, it's just indicating they are waiting here 30k, otherwise 29.6. 29.6 would make sense, because if we have high leverage at 29.750 or something to liquidate them all, I mean, if they are really expecting to push up at 33k, why to take them with you and to let them cash out, right? Because that's what exchanges don't like to do. That's it. So yeah, what should I say? I mean, it's taking time. Now we are here, as you can see. If we that's my 1 day time frame here. No, it's 18 hours 18 hours time frame. Volume reduced a lot, I mean, recently, and you can see what we are doing. We are maintaining here and here. The last time we were maintaining at that level, it was between May 10th last year until June 11th. Before then we went down, so indicating almost 4 weeks, and that means that we should be in 10 days, almost 2 weeks, ready to make the next push up or go down. In my opinion, we will go down. We should retest at least the area of 28, and then we need to see if we are going, and that would be something also very nice if we can do it, just to go down, hitting 22, 24 at least, to retest that area here. Otherwise to go even a little bit lower. So we need to see, because you know, it was almost up, yeah, little corrections, but nothing big. I mean, we did here from almost 16, almost 100% in almost 6 months now, and we need to see. I mean, that doesn't also not really looking like an accumulation phase, to be honest, because they don't like to accumulate the way up. They like to accumulate the way down, and usually when the bottom is in, they maintain there. They really maintain there. And you know, just to say, I mean, we had a lot of wash trading on Binance, you remember, and obviously it's really hard to say how much they accumulated here, but based on entity analysis where you should see that, I can't see that. So if someone accumulated, I guess it was some exchanges, but no big weights or something. So anyway, in my opinion, we should not see any sharp price move at the moment. Everything is still waiting to see the next bigger move. I think we need a little bit more patience and maintain calm, check what's happening. Maybe it's a good opportunity. I mean, not since today, but just to use those, you know, also pump and dumps, and so to hedge, close, then you're long, go down, go long again, close your short, and make just such kind of profit. Almost always with the risk, if we make a sharp price move, it could go in the bad direction and the wrong direction against your favor. So almost try to adapt and to adjust your risk management when it comes to that. Just, stop loss, or at least to maintain a certain hedge position just in case of. Big love. We will see us tomorrow again. Your Inspo. Bye bye.